This episode of the Tales of the Torchbearers is sponsored by NP Dental and English Enclave. For advanced dental services, visit Dr. Neeraj Prasad, a prosthodontist who specializes in implants, bridges, dentures, and precision attachments. He also provides home visits for geriatric patients. Call now on 86 989 11903 to book an appointment. Learn spoken English to communicate better and make the right impression. English Enclave has special courses for beginners. Speak English fluently and see your confidence soar. To enroll, call today on 91753 14022.
Hello viewers, I'm Dr. Parveen Prasad.
And I, Sonia Menghani, call ourselves the Mavericks.
The Mavericks bring to you Tales of the Torchbearers, which delve into the inspiring journeys of luminaries who have left an indelible mark in the world.
And today, for our first episode, we bring to you Padma Shri Leela Poonawalla and her better half, Firoz. Padma Shri Leela Poonawalla is an Indian industrialist, philanthropist, humanitarian, and the founder of Leela Poonawalla Foundation. Till date, 16,000 girls have benefited from her foundation. Former chairperson of Alpha Laval India and Tetra Pak India, Leela was awarded the Padma Shri by the Government of India in 1989. Firoz Poonawalla is a founder trustee of the Leela Poonawalla Foundation. He has always stood like a rock beside Leela and has supported her wholeheartedly in all her endeavors.
Hello, Leela and Firoz. Welcome to our show, Tales of Torchbearers. To begin with, Leela, let's get into your early days as a child. Can you share some incidents and anecdotes?
Yes, sure, I will. But first of all, good morning to everybody. It's nice to be on this show. And I understand that this is the first program that we are having of this new series that is being started. So we are very grateful to you for considering us to be the torchbearers to start with. And now coming to the childhood, as I've always said before, and maybe you know already, I came to this country as a refugee way back in 1947 from Hyderabad, Sindh. And first we had to start with the camp in Lonavala, which is a refugee camp. And we were there for almost a year and a half. Four or five siblings, my mother, my grandparents, because my father we had already lost before even we came here. So that was the beginning of our life in India.
Some incidents, some anecdotes.
Some incident, okay. I just remember from that childhood, I remember that that's the time when Mahatma Gandhi was shot. And we being in the refugee camp, everybody thought we have come from Pakistan, so we are Muslims. So they came to burn the camps, you know. And I just vividly remember all the people who were in that camp took their white bed sheets and whatever white they had and ran out saying, no, we are Hindus, we are not Muslims. Because it was understood when first he was shot that it's a Muslim who has done it. So that incident has remained in my mind. Beyond that, I don't remember much except that, okay, we lived a tough life. Now looking at it, it was a tough life. There were 5 siblings, as I said, and all that we got was 80 rupees, 40 from my father's insurance, and 40 as refugee allowance. And Mama had to manage 8 people out of that 80 rupees. But okay, we still had, because you see, if you don't know what you don't have, you don't miss it. So we were not getting, say, breakfast every day, an egg to eat. We didn't know that children are supposed to get an egg every day to eat, or children are supposed to get milk every day to drink. So we didn't get all that, but we were happy children and we grew up that way. And it was wonderful.
That's nice. Leela, all those years back, you joined mechanical engineering. What drove you to take up this career because it was supposedly a male bastion then?
Yeah, it was a second alternative, to tell you honestly. I first wanted to become an air hostess.
Oh my.
Because I wanted to travel, I wanted to see the world. But my brother would not allow. My elder brother said no. In those days, air hostess was principally not a kind of a career that normally girls chose, except Anglo-Indian girls. They used to choose this. So my brother didn't permit. Then second alternative was that we do something different. So I started to start on the engineering. That was less evil for him. So he allowed me to get into mechanical engineering.
Oh, nice.
And again, it was the only one. I was the first one.
Okay, so any challenges you faced? Were there too many girls in your batch? Or
No, we were only
one?
two girls. We were only two girls. In mechanical. There were other girls in civil, electrical, but mechanical, only two of us. And we were the first two from COEP to join. Yes. And it was, we really didn't have challenge. We had good, boys were good to us. They would help us. Most of the demonstrators, that time we used to have demonstrators. In practicals, it's not always professors. They were very helpful. Especially when we were doing metal fitting and all, we had to cut the metal. So that was quite tough, They would help us. Okay. And we would help them in drawing because that we were good at.
Girls are good at
so that there was a good exchange of friendship and yes.
So I believe with your first job, that was the time you and Firoz met.
Yes.
So Firoz, can you tell us something about your love story? Some interesting anecdotes?
Yes. I was working in Ruston and Hornsby. They were manufacturing diesel engines at that time in Chinchot. And there were no transport at that time. There were no trains or locals or there were buses. Nothing was there. We had to go on cycle. So going on cycle to Chinchot was very, very tough. It was around 23 kilometers going, 23 kilometers coming. And that's how we started working in 1959. At that time, I had joined them as an apprentice and became Deputy Chief Inspector of Quality. At that time, it was 1967, when I was told that Leela will be working under me as an apprentice and I should take care of her. By that time, the company's bus had been established in 8-10 years, and I was standing under a tree where the bus stops at Poolgate. That's where we lived. We lived in Napier Road, my family. I come from very affluent family. Unlike Leela, I come from a rich family. So I stood there, and Leela's elder brother, Mohandas, he came and asked me, "Are you Mr. Poonawalla?" I said, "Yes, I am." He says, "I brought my sister. She's supposed to travel with you. And kindly take care of her. She's very young." I say, "Don't worry, I'll take care of her." Until today, I'm taking care of her.
So the brother didn't realize that what he's asking would last a lifetime.
And then she came with me. She was used to ask many questions about diesel engine. She used to ask me how the piston gets lubricated, how the valves work, how this works. I'm supposed to know everything because I was a quality manager, but I didn't know anything. And therefore, I used to read the books in the night on diesel engines and next day morning answer her queries. But she was full of other queries. So that was her life. And then we decided at that time that we work together in real life also.
Wow. That's nice. So Firoz, tell me, what is the most romantic thing you've done for Leela till today?
Sorry?
What is the most romantic thing that you've done for Leela till today?
Romantic. One important thing we did was that we started a foundation. The foundation was, what should be the name of the foundation? Should be Firoz Poonawalla Foundation or it should be Leela Poonawalla Foundation. till today, it's a man's world. In the house, it's always the husband or the father takes the title. But I surrendered the day I married her. I was her boss before marriage, and after marriage, she became my boss. And therefore, I never, right through life, I have always placed in the office, she became chairperson. In the house also, she decides till today what to eat, what to do, what has to be done, where do we have to go, restaurant, anything. So I did the most romantic thing was that I did not put my foot down. So there was no misunderstanding between the two, and life passed by. Now 55 years we are married, and it is wonderful life.
That's lovely. That's really lovely.
Lucky. Yes.
I gave her the space, I gave her education a space. She was a mechanical engineer, and I gave her lots of space to work, and always never interfered. Till today, I don't interfere with her, what she wants to do. So that I feel that has brought us lots of happiness.
That's amazing.
Lots to learn from.
Yes.
So, Leela, you started with Alpha Level as an intern or a trainee, and you grew up to be the chairperson. Can you tell us some interesting insights and learnings on the way, please?
Well, yes, I can. See, as an apprentice, I was very keen on starting to work. Obviously, when I was recruited there, I was the first girl being recruited in the company for technical job, and I wanted to start with the shop floor. That's when in the interview they asked me, "You'll work on the shop floor. Are you not afraid that the workers, because workers are all men, they will misbehave with you? Supposing a worker winks at you, what will you do?" These were the silly questions they asked me in the interview. My reply only was that I will wink back at them because if I come to you to complain, you will find it very easy to ask me to go home. One person you might as well sacrifice rather than do something with the workers. So I obviously understood that. I said I'll make friends with them. I will try to make friends with them and try to see that they understand me as a part who wants to learn. And that's exactly what happened. I used to go on the shop floor. Workers were very cooperative with me. They were very interested in teaching me. But only condition was that let us finish our daily production and the incentive time we can give you. So I used to wait till the evening came, till the shift ended. Then they would allow me to use the machines, learn the machine. I worked 2 years on the shop floor. I wanted to do that because I believe that until unless you work with your hands at the grassroots, you cannot become a good manager. Of course, at that time, I never imagined that I'll become the managing director. But even then, I wanted to do with my hands so that I understand the job better. And then from there, I moved on to planning. And then I moved on to exports. Then I moved on to a design and order processing, all different. I was one of the person who got a chance to go through almost all departments. And when I was in planning, very interesting incident, when I was in planning, this is what I learned from Firoz, that to celebrate whatever little achievements you have. So when I was in the planning department, I was first looking at cost estimation. Then my boss called me and told me, now from this cost estimation and planning, you go into sales. I said, I know nothing about sales. I have not moved out in the field. He said, you will learn. You go into sales. I said, okay. Before me, the sales manager had a target to sell 800 pumps in a year. That was the target. Then when I came on the scene, he said, your target is to sell 2,000 pumps in a year. I said, but that's not fair. He was only at 800. Why me? We know you can do it. Okay, you can do it. So what should I do? I sat down and broke that whole target into per month, how much I should sell. In the beginning, since I don't know, I started with small quantity, then increase. And when I achieved my first 4 months target, I felt very good that I set a target and I achieved. So I told all my colleagues, come, let's go and celebrate. They said, what are you celebrating? I said, I'm celebrating I've sold so many pumps, which I had set as my goal. They said, so what's the big deal? According to them, what's the big deal? I said, it may not be a big deal for you. For me, it's a big deal because I achieved what I said. Now, you want to come for a free vada pav or not? Everybody came. Everybody came. So that is how, we went on. Similarly, when I was successfully doing planning work and everything, one fine morning, our maintenance gentleman left. So my boss calls and tells me that forget about sales, now you go in maintenance. I said, but I don't know anything about maintenance. Means not machine maintenance. I would have loved that. Plant maintenance, painting, gardens, then toilets are clean or not. All this, the housekeeping. I said, I can't do that. So I went home and I cried and I told him this. He says, see Leela, you don't have to work to earn a salary. If you don't want to work, come home. I'll give you food. But if you want to work, work with full heart. Whatever they tell you, do it. And do it with quality. Do it with sincerity. I went back and told them, yes, yes, I will do it. And I took it, and believe me or not, I don't know whether you couldn't be there. My time when I was looking after the gardens, Pune Women's Council, 4 years continuously we got the best garden award. My supervisors were so happy with me because I gave them an opportunity. Let's go and buy new plants. We went to Delhi to see the circles, how they are decorated, so how we can also build our garden in that way. So this helped. And when I went to get the governor's cup, I took my supervisor with me. He felt so good. Every year then he used to go and pick the governor's cup. So these are small things, but I feel that Firoz has taught me a lot of these different things indirectly. He has guided me, this is what you should do. And then left it to me to do it.
So a lot of
yes, and then I became export manager, where he helped me again. I had to go to Middle East. Now I knew when I go to Middle East, Arabs will not, women, they will not. So he said, I'll come with you. At his expense, he came with me. And we went, Gulf and Safa Dairy is the first dairy. I remember we went to sell Alfa Laval equipment. When I went in to shake hands with me, he won't. He was started to talk to him, not to me. Because he felt that he should be the salesman, not me. Same thing happened in Germany. We went to Germany. I was going for Arenco Swedish match machines they used to make there. I was going there for that. We went there. Next day, 2 cars came to receive us because he was with me. So the driver said, factory, office, go office. So I came out with my briefcase. Not you, sir, office. You tour. I said, no, I office, he tour. No, you office, you tour, sir office. He started to laugh. He told you, please take madam to the office. I'm going to enjoy myself. Again, there was never a feel that I'm inferior or superior. There was no such feeling between us. We were just cooperating and collaborating. He went and had a great time. I went to the office and had a great time. So these many such incidences we have in our life. Where he has been very supportive. That is a fact of life.
Some takeaways, some learnings for our viewers when you became the chairman and as you succeeded in that role.
Well, to tell you honestly, when you go to that position, as you are going up, think about the position you are in. Do the best there first. Go down, be with your troops in the trenches. Learn how to work with the people, because if you don't, people are the most important people in the organization. Yeah, you must learn to work with them. And as you go up, don't forget those who have been there around you to support. Like I was showing you, I build relationships is very important. Keep relationships. Doesn't matter, I don't come to you only when I need something from you. If I keep, hello, how are you? Fine. Then when I'm in need, you will be there to, yes, Leela is always with me. So this is very important, and as you grow up as chairman also, of course, you have to work. You have to take responsibility, but you do not forget the people. And always do role playing. Even as a chairman, if you demand something from your people, if you were in their position, will you be able to do that? If you do this role playing, you will have no problem in life. Empathy, it will automatically come. Similarly at home, your mother-in-law, when you're with your mother-in-law, you come back from office very tired. I've had a labor problem and all. She doesn't understand that. You come and do role playing. Her daily problem at that time was, my servant has come, not come, bhaji expensive will become. Whatever it is, sit down with her, chat with her, and then you have simply full free day, no tension. So this role playing, even with the union leaders, I always role played. And that's why I had no problem with the labor. Till today, my union leaders, they come. Because we have reunions of our people. We sit together. I used to sit with my workers on the lawn, grass, make their children perform, have lunch with them, sit down. No inhibitions. This is very, very important. Be natural, not I am special.
You are special. That's why you are our torchbearer today.
No, when you're in the shoes, don't think you're special.
I
that you
know.
got high
Very
heels,
true.
so you must walk up. Yes, you must walk up, but walk with the people.
With the people. So, Leela, you have been awarded the Padma Shri by the Government of India in the year 1989. So, that's a really big honor. What was your reaction and feelings when you received this honor?
Of course, I was very happy. I was very happy that I was recognized for my work that I did in USSR. That award was given to me for earning foreign exchange for the country. Yeah, I had brought a $16 million order in those days. So I was very happy that it has been recognized by the government and I have done something for the country. That time foreign exchange was a big problem for India. So I was very happy doing that. And my unions were very happy. Every workers were very happy. We celebrated. It was a good feeling. It was a very good feeling.
So the next, giving back to society through the Leela Poonawalla Foundation. Can you tell us the beginnings? I believe the stories are so interesting.
Okay, you see, I had actually started giving back not only from Alfa Laval. I started scholarship for girls even when I just became the chairman of managing director of Alfa Laval, and I started higher education scholarships for girls of the workers. Again, there also I started only girls. Of course, there was a lot of discussion, and the union demand is not fair. What about our boys and all that? I said either you take for the girls or you don't get anything, because you all are not educating your girls. So we started with them. Then as I went along, yes, Firoz and me, we had been discussing. We how much we have principally we have decided not to have our own children. On our own, we had decided, we had convinced our parents. It's not that we just left, we decided. Because both my brothers, his brothers, sisters, everybody had children. So our parents, mothers had a lot of grandchildren. So there was no worry. So we explained to them why we don't want to have, we want to grow our careers, we want to grow our life. And we managed to get them to come on our side, both the mothers. So that was the first thing we did. And then as we started to grow up and we had enough funds, we felt that we should do something. Yeah, but okay, you need funds to start something new like this. So when my birthday came on 50th birthday, and I was doing very well for Alfa Laval. My Swedish management was very happy with me. Yeah, so they wanted to give at every 50th birthday, those managing directors which were successful, they used to give a gift. So they asked him what gift we should give her. They wanted it as a surprise. And obviously, since the headquarters were in Switzerland, because the Tetra Pak had taken over and their headquarters was in Switzerland. So, watch, gold watch, diamond watch is something that they told him. Then you tell them what you told them.
Yes, please.
See, what she is explaining just now, life has not been that easy. It's been
Yes,
very,
that was
very
sad.
difficult life. Because when we married, she was still an apprentice. So our entire life grew together. And every time you have to support her. For example, when they offered her the CEO's job of managing director of Alfa Laval, she wouldn't accept it. She came home crying. She's telling me, how can I become MD? I'm so small. I'm so young. I'm
I
a
was only
girl.
40,
And there's lots of senior people ahead of me. There are foreigners who are vice presidents in the company. How can I sit on their head? How can I do it? At that time, it took me till morning 3:30 to convince her that either you accept the job or you will never get this chance again in your lifetime if you refuse it. That's all. And if you take it, try it out, work on it. We are together. At that time, she got convinced from crying, started taking a bath, and had to go to Bombay. At that time, there was no express highway or anything. We had to go by old road and all. There were no planes, no nothing. And they had a meeting at 9 o'clock, breakfast meeting in Taj, Bombay. They had told her that you come with a reply, you are accepting or not accepting. If you don't accept, we appoint somebody else. They had already alternative.
Okay.
And if you accept, please. She went there and at 9 o'clock she told them, I will accept it. Now, That was one very important thing that has happened. Secondly, when the people wanted, as you asked a question about her 50th birthday, that what they want,
Yes.
they were continuously ringing me up from Sweden that we want to do something great for her. Her 50th birthday in Sweden means very great.
Acha.
That means you have come to your career
Oh.
now stable and you have come to the maximum of your life.
Okay.
So we want to do something. At that time, I said, "What have you got?" So they said, "We want to give her a diamond jewelry." I said, "She doesn't wear diamond jewelry." So she says, "She's a very well-dressed woman." I said, "She is, but they are all imitation jewelry. They are not real jewelry."
Spill the beans.
So said, "It doesn't look like that." I said, "Yeah, it doesn't look on her like that, so nobody will believe it." But it is not there. And she loses them also very often, I said. Then they said that, "All right, we'll bring you back." Then they came with a car, that will give you one car. I said, "You have forgotten that she's a managing director of your company. We already got 5 cars. What will you do with another car? And who will maintain that car?" Then they said, "Abandoned idea." Then they came out with a very beautiful idea that we'll give a villa in Spain, near Barcelona. Very good idea, but our government does not allow us to own foreign properties. And at that time it was very strict, now also strict, but at that time very strict. I said, "We cannot own it unless you keep the villa and tell us go there every day." No, we want to give it to you. I said, "It won't work because the government doesn't allow it." All right, then again they dropped the idea. Then ultimately they said that what is at our heart? I said, "She wants to give. She doesn't want anything to take." And so they gave her a check of 100,000 Swiss francs.
Wow.
And that's how we started the foundation.
Foundation. Memorable, really memorable. It's come
Very
a long
apt
way.
birthday gift, which is converted into such a big venture. That is the.
There's a video when they celebrated that birthday of mine, and they gave me that certificate and that award. The owners of the Tetra Pak threw a party in their castle, in Castle in Heritage, and invited all the managing directors of the group who were friendly with me, with whom I had dealt with it. So they were all there. We had a big party, and that's where they celebrate. And the speeches they made, it's really very heart warming. That's what they thought of me in those days.
Wow, great. So today, more than 8,000 girl students have benefited from your foundation?
16,000.
Wow.
Wow, what a number. Really nice.
We
Commendable.
started with 20 girls.
16,000 is today, it's ever growing. Our
Yeah.
aim is to make it 100,000.
Wow. I'm sure it will be achieved.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's a different joy of giving, you know. Many people give. Just giving money is not what is important.
True.
Being involved with them,
Absolutely.
being involved with their career development.
And our girls, our
Training.
daughters who are now earning well, they are contributing.
They started to give back.
Oh,
To
nice.
support one girl,
Giving
2
back.
girls, they have
5
come
girls,
forward.
10 girls, yes.
That's what our aim was, that they should follow Leela as a role model only because she is generous, not because she's a MD or she's a mechanical engineer, all that. And that is now paying the dividend. Because the girls are
The
now...
joy
in
of
their-
giving. They have to feel the joy of giving.
Joy of giving, and the important thing is they are continuing the cycle of
Correct.
giving. So they have received from
And
you
yes,
and they're giving it forward.
That
for
is the
somebody else.
difference of a foundation. We don't just give money. We maintain relationship. My first batch girl, whose daughter has now become an engineer. So many of my first batch girls, their children have become engineers, aeronautic engineers, all this, you know, the whole cycle. And now, you know, they're in touch with us. We have not lost them. We're not just giving them money and let them go. They are responding. They are meeting us. When we go to USA, we have get-togethers. Now I'm going to Norway. I've got 3 girls in Norway. I'm going to meet them, their husband, their children. We are going to meet them there. We are going to spend a
They have
day
settled down
together. I'm going to Helsinki also after that. There also we have got girls. I'm going to Stockholm. There also we have got girls. So they are there all over, you know. It's so very interesting and you know, happiness to get to see these girls growing.
So any last words for this generation? What any advice that you would like to give to the youngsters?
See, my advice to them is always be sincere in what you're doing. Focus on what you're doing. Don't think too much in advance that, okay, I'm starting as an apprentice, I want to become a managing director. Make small steps, achieve them, set another goal, achieve them, set another goal, and be realistic about life. Be realistic about life, work with empathy and have sympathy. Don't just bulldoze. And again, whatever you demand from others, you should have the capacity to do it yourself. Only then you can demand, otherwise you have no right to demand.
Absolutely.
I would like to also say that something, that all husbands must understand that it is the two people together make it a story of success. It cannot be one-sided, and they should support their wives. It is very important nowadays in where the expenses are so high that only one member is earning. The standard of living of that family can never go up. It should be two minimum should earn together, and for that the husband's understanding is required.
Absolutely.
Shining living example behind success of Leela. We can see Firoz's huge contribution. 3 cheers for Firoz.
3 cheers.
Thanks.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thanks.
Very sweet. It's an honor to have both of you, Leela and Firoz, on our show, Tales of Torchbearers.
Thank you so
much for giving your valuable time. It's indeed a lot of learning for us too.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very much for giving us an opportunity to talk to you. And the beauty is that you made us recollect all our happy moments, which is so important. Sometimes you need to sit and think what was good about what you did. What did you feel good about? So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.